So I'll ask you to hold the canoe. So hold it sort of, yeah, there. Exactly. Okay. Good. Okay. Let's see, okay. Okay. So there's two ways to do it, and these are the same way that you would if you're doing a change race.
Okay.
The seal is get your legs floating out behind you. And you want to bring your hip bones up to the gunnel, and then you want to flip around onto your bum, and then into the seat, okay?
Okay.
So I don't swim, so I'm not very good. And this is a lousy life jacket to wear for this.
Yeah.
It's really bulky. Okay, so. Okay, so like that.
Okay.
Lean forward. Don't get your fingers squished.
Yeah, or break your teeth on the thing.
Yeah. And flip onto your bum like this.
Okay.
And then grab the two gunnels. Your legs are out of the water.
Yep.
So in a change race, when the boat is theoretically still moving, you're no longer impeding the boat.
Right.
And then you just come like that and sit down. Okay?
Okay.
So for the leg hook, the key for the leg hook is that you want to face the front of the canoe. And the side, your leg that's on the canoe side goes behind you, up over the gunnel, and that foot goes under the front edge of the seat. So if you're on the AMA side, it's your right leg going up over the gunnel. If you're on the non-AMA side, it's your left leg going up over the gunnel, and your foot goes under the seat. And you use that as a bit of leverage, and you reach over, grab the opposite gunnel, and use that to pull yourself over.
Okay.
And you can also use the other elbow to wedge yourself against the near side gunnel. Okay? So, I'll give it a try. Okay, so I'm facing the front. Oh, I'm standing on the bottom. It's shallow. Okay. So the leg comes up. Basically, gunnel goes under the knee. Right. Oops. So I'm too far forward. Move back a bit. Foot goes under there. Reaching over. Right. This hand.
Nice.
Now, so see, I was using this arm here. My forearm is up against there.
Yeah.
So I wasn't doing it with my hand. I was using my forearm. That's because I got my body forward more, and it would be harder, I think, with my hand.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So that's what we can try to do. Okay. Good. So the main thing is, like, if you were doing a change race, we would ordinarily put a piece of tape here so you know where the front edge of the seat is.
Right. Yeah.
So for today's purposes, what you do is you just take a peek inside, figure out where the front edge of the seat is, line yourself up accordingly. Like you put your hands here, and then your leg goes about here, so there's enough space for the angle so that you can get yourself. Alrighty. Whoops. What's that?
Oh, I just wondering where this cute dog came from.
Oh, I thought you were looking at the massive yacht.
No, he's long gone up there. Alright, I'm here or there?
Oh, actually, there's a piece of tape there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You want to put that on the dock? Because when we huli, it's going to end up in the ocean.
Can I do it once I'm in there?
Yep.
Alright, here we go.
Okay, Stephanie, when you get in, push the boat out a bit so the front muku doesn't get stuck on the dock.
Okay. Seat 2 or seat 1?
Oh, seat 1. Oh, actually, sorry, Gwen, you should be in seat 2.
Okay.
So just move forward one seat. Good. Okay, that solves that problem. And pass the other paddle up to Steph. Did you get the right one? You probably got the wrong one.
46?
Yeah, 46 is probably Stephanie's. Yours is probably longer. Good? Okay, push off. Okay, back it up. So we normally huli over by Second Beach, by the swimming pool there, because there are no boats you can get blown into at all. Everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, let it run. Okay, paddles up. Take it away. Yep. Actually, I forgot the fireworks barges there. We'll go over to Kids Beach side. Yeah, so there's a boat over there. Okay, I'll see. Yeah, so for August, Novice is Thursday nights at 7 and Sundays at 1. So if you want to come out Sundays at 1, even though RD's at 8:30 in the morning on Sundays, or as an alternative, you can come out Sunday afternoon. Sundays. So RD is Sundays at 8:30. Novice will be Sundays at 1. Not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. Not sure where this boat is going here. case that went in close to shore.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh yeah, we can go way over there by the spike tips. Swim zone. Just outside the swim zone. No boats over there. Good job, you two. Well, these are nice little wings. Oh, the helicopter boat's still out there. I don't see the helicopter though. Right? Okay, let her run. Oh, just around here is good. Okay. So do it at a slow moving pace, I guess. Okay, remember to put your hand on your head because you'll be hit by the Aku, including which might include my camera. So make sure that your life jackets are tightened up. Everything's all zipped up on your life jackets. And when I say lean lean to the right. Okay? Everyone good? Okay, remember to put your hand on your head. Paddles up. Take it away.
Oh, we're going. Oh, sorry. I thought we were going
Oh, I thought we were flipping.
in. Sorry, I thought we were going. Okay, I got
Well,
it.
we're doing it at a slow speed, I said, right?
I thought you just meant so slow, like where the boat is just moving like that. Like when
No,
we're
no,
sitting.
no.
Got it.
So this will actually, you'll have to think about how you're holding your paddle when you go under. Remember, you have to put your hand on, one hand on your head, and the other hand holds the paddle. So your bottom hand on the paddle is the one that's going to hold the paddle, not the upper one, right? So your top hand goes to your head. So even if that's your left hand, that's what you got to do. Okay? Okay, 3, 2, 1, lean.
Oh, it's hard. 1, 2,
3, okay, go! Before your legs, yeah. Reach down, grab the Yaku, stabilize yourself, yeah. Okay, now lie down, now lie down on top. And now don't slide off yet. Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Woo! Nice work, team.
Okay, so one of you, that would be Gwen, hold the Aku down.
Okay.
And then that will allow Melissa to try to get in.
Do I have to get
Sorry,
in?
not Melissa. Stephanie. You're used to that now.
Totally fine. I'll
Totally
answer
used
to
to that.
Melissa now.
You're totally used
Do
to
I
that.
have to enter at my seat or anyone?
No, ideally you want to enter your seat, but don't. It doesn't matter here. Yeah. Grab the opposite gunnel.
Yes,
Good.
Oh,
Yeah.
nailed it.
Nailed it. That was awesome.
First try.
Okay, now you can undo the bucket.
Fantastic.
Take the whole bucket out of the rubbers.
Way to go.
That was really good.
That was fantastic.
Yep. And you can stand up because Gwen's holding down the ama. And bail to the, yeah, good. How much water we got? Oh yeah, we got lots of water. And all the paddles are in the canoe?
There should be.
Okay, good. And Gwen, how difficult you think it will be for you to get it?
Medium difficult.
Okay, well once she bails a little bit more, then you can get it.
Okay. I have trouble with the
It's
hook.
not too bad, there's about 10 inches of, it's about to here, it's about to here.
Okay,
So
that's
it's
not
not
bad.
too bad. We don't have a ton, we don't have lots and lots and lots.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's actually fairly high. If you want, I can straight off with you and you can start getting in.
Sure.
Do you want me to stop?
No. Keep going. I'll hold the Aku.
So I'm gonna look forward.
Look for the seat. And then that's where the front your foot's gonna go. Yep. Good. grab the opposite one, yeah. Grab the opposite gunnel, yeah. Yeah. Go. No, grab the opposite gunnel, yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, okay, good. Nice. Good. Now you can help bail too.
Perfect. Thank you, ma'am. No reaching
Notice she handed off the big bucket rather than the little.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, and when you're bailing, don't pour. You just throw it into the air. Just not into my face. Excuse me. And tell me when there's about 4 inches of water left,
Okay.
and then I'll get in. So if this was windy and wavy, it's good to have somebody holding the ama down, you know,
Yeah.
so that you're not going to be ruined. No. Good job. Oh, you want to bail to the left, to the ama side. When?
I don't want to spray you in the face.
Okay, well then force.
I was following my coach's instructions.
No, I know. No. Just that you don't want to fling your weights to the right.
Yeah, well, I was worried about
That's why I turned around.
Oh, I was looking already the other way, so I hadn't noticed.
Oh, look, it's the BC ferry that probably got repaired.
Oh, wait, really?
Look, check it out.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, why is there a BC ferry there? I've never seen a BC ferry there.
That's right, there's a rain yard over there. I think.
Yeah, C-SPAN or something.
Yeah, and doesn't BCIT have their school over there too? That's awesome. Oh man, BC Ferries has had a tough go recently, hey?
Well, you know, the thing is that they used to always have a standby boat. I don't think they have a standby boat anymore, do they? I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, they must not have a boat on standby or something, you know? I don't know.
They're probably using it.
Yeah, but, I don't know, because it's always like they have to cancel sailings and the staff shortages.
Well,
So,
staff
right.
shortages too, right? Hey guys.
We're doing a drill.
Thank you. We're doing a drill.
We're doing a drill.
Thank you for checking, though.
That's very sweet.
Oh, yeah. Just a drill, yeah.
Thank you for checking.
Thanks, though. Okay, let me try to get in.
Should we lean one way or the other? No. Okay.
Paddle's supposed to be back there. There's none up here.
Yeah, we're all back here.
Nice work.
Okay. It's a 46. Oh, other side.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Especially since there's no one holding the arm down. That's the swimming pool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's that time. Ladies and gentlemen. Get out of the pool. When I was a teenager, I worked at a garden center, and I used to love to give the Pokemon out.
I used to work at Starbucks, picking people up.
Right? The best. And over a microphone. Yeah. 45 in Orange.
What was the announcement?
I think it was
Closing?
yeah.
Okay.
I think all the water's going to the back. We're so back heavy.
Oh yeah,
Should
probably.
I move to the front?
Sure.
Watch
Okay,
it.
lean left.
Yeah, lean in.
And hands her paddle,
Okay.
which is this one here. Easier.
I'll scooch forward.
Yeah, you should go to seat 2.
My dear.
Don't step in the bucket.
So I almost did.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. Here's your paddle.
I was trying to move it also.
I was like, where's the bucket?
Oh yeah, no, not quite, not quite. We still have a fair amount of water here.
Yeah, okay. Keep bail with the hand bailer.
Okay. You have it? Yeah.
You just toss the bucket behind you if you want. You don't need to tie it back up right now.
What was that lady's name, Ron? That
Leonora.
Leonora.
I've seen her there for like the past 10 plus years. I've never never known her name. No, she's not an outrigger paddler. She just paddles surf ski. Either outrigger or surf ski. So if this were a race, the person in seat 3 generally, or 4 would continue bailing and everyone else would start paddling and continuing the race. But you saw how hard it was to huli this boat because it's a full-size Dama.
Oh.
And it's only a small boat, and it's only 3 of us, not 4 of us, right?
Right. Yeah, that was surprising.
So it's like we have to lean way over, like way more over.
In the water already before the boat started.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, actually, on the way back up, I was wondering whether it would go over easily or not because, it's a full-size Dama.
Right.
And it's like a lot of leverage that's, you got to counteract.
Yeah.
That was really good. That was really, really good.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, you didn't even really get stuck or anything either, so that was good.
That's why.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing is that if you ever huli, remember that, get in earlier for you personally because, you might have trouble. Because the other thing too is that if you're shorter, your limbs aren't gonna be able to wrap around over the gunnel as easily. Yeah. Yeah, because I think we probably did bail it a bit more last time. Yeah. Yeah. Good job in bailing. Actually, the English Bay water is not very salty.
Compared to the Pacific,
Yeah, compared to Hawaii.
Yeah.
You go to Hawaii and your eyes burn when you fall in the water. Yeah, we got diluted with the Fraser River water.
Yeah, I remember. I'm always surprised here, when it's still not fresh. You're like, oh shit, yeah. And then if you're somewhere else and you get in the ocean,
and then you get all the salt dried up on your skin.
oh my gosh, yeah. Your hair gets all funky. Although then I think I can sometimes your face,
Actually, even at the race last Saturday at out in Indian Arm, it's saltier over there than it is here.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because we had you had salt all over your skin. So yeah.
And what is I'm trying to figure out from the photos what the course of that is.
Oh, it was from Barnett Marine Park all the way out to a place called Twin Islands.
Oh, yeah.
And then down past Kate's Park, past the Chevron refinery or whatever it's called, and back to Barnett Marine Park. Yeah. And there's a shorter race, much shorter race in September that you guys can do called the poker paddle.
That sounds like me.
It's the one, it's the one where you paddle out, and on the way out and on the way back in, you have to pick up some buoys with playing cards, and that forms your poker hand.
Sounds way more my style.
Yeah, and it's only about 6 or 8K or something, so it's not very long.
We did that on probably our longest practice.
Oh yeah. And then I'd mix up the crew so it's not just a whole bunch of novices, right? So that the crews would be fairly even, I think. So yeah. Because in that race too, it's not really about speed. It's all about your playing card hand, and it's a fundraiser for their youth program, and you buy extra cards for $10, right? So that's how they raise the money. Because everyone spends like $50 and buys a whole bunch more cards, right?
That's awesome. And is that the same crew out in like the club out of
Yeah, Lotus Sports Club, yeah. Yeah, they're a really well organized club. They've been around maybe longer than Falls Creek.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I can't remember actually. Well, or they were set up very soon after Falls Creek if they weren't before Falls Creek. I can't remember.
I was swimming a bunch out at Barnett last summer,
Oh, okay.
and I would see them going by.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's cool. Because I didn't really realize. I just thought all the clubs were down here swimming out of Falls Creek.
Yeah, no, there's locally there's us at Falls Creek. There's Dragon Zone at the Science World end of Falls Creek. There's Pacific Reach Pacific Kids Sailing Club where we just were a second ago by the kids pier there. There's Jericho Paddling Club at Jericho Sailing Center. There's used to be one at Dee's Slough by the Massey Tunnel
Oh yeah, yeah.
on the river there, but they're a pretty small club. I'm not sure if they're still around. In theory, they are. That's Delta Canoe Club.
Oh, okay.
There's one Fort Langley Canoe Club on the river. Fraser Valley on Harrison Lake. There's one at Cultus Lake too. There's a First Nations one out there called Star Nation.
Oh, cool.
And then lots on Vancouver Island. There's Nanaimo, which used to have two clubs, but they merged. There's three of them in Victoria. There's Latitude 48, which merged with Ocean River, so that eliminated one. The big one down there is Fairway Gorge. Then there's Victoria Youth Paddling Club. Then there's one on Sproat Lake in Port Alberni. They're a really small club. There's one at a place called Maple Bay at Duncan.
Oh, yeah.
There's Comox Valley Canoe Club. There used to be one in Campbell River, but I think they folded. So this Comox is the furthest north on the island. There's one in Prince Rupert, but we don't ever see them. They're just tiny.
Probably a pain in the arse for them to down.
Yeah. And then there's Gibson's and Powell River. And then in the interior, Penticton, Vernon, Kamloops, Kelowna. Everything on Okanagan Lake plus Kamloops. Yeah. And I think that's all of them. Now we're through the boat wake, loose hips. Good job. What's that? Yeah, they closed down though because the couple retired.
Oh, that's too bad.
They used to be affiliated with the club. That's why they both have the same name, I think. But then Ocean River merged with Latitude 48.
Oh, I think that's where it was at.
Yeah, and Latitude 48 was an offshoot from Fairway Gorge because of paddle disputes and whatnot. A bunch of the coaches got fired or something, and they formed their own club. Well, actually, all the clubs around Vancouver, a bunch of them were formed by disgruntled Falls Creek members.
Oh,
The Jericho Club was formed that way. Same with Pack Reach, I think. Yeah.
I feel like in larger communities, that's probably how those things happen.
What? Well, basically, it's like people who don't get along with each other, you know. So that's all it is.
Like, fine, I'm going to take my choice and go home.
Well, a lot of it too is like even within Falls Creek, there's people who don't want to paddle with other people, so they form their own program.
Really?
Well, kinda, yeah. Because there's one called the Hardy Bus Chickens.
Oh, yeah.
And they're super exclusive because what it is that they used to be part of men's and women's,
Right.
right? They're a bunch of married couples basically.
and they have kids, so they couldn't really meet the requirements of the men's and women's programs, or they couldn't practice at the time, practice times, because they're set practice times. So they basically, depending on the season and what courses and soccer camps and stuff their kids are in, they change their practice times all over the place, right? And they're all super experienced paddlers. So if you read up on the website, Falls Creek website, what their requirements are, it's like, oh, you must have done like 10 international races. You must have 10 international races or something, blah, blah, blah. This much experience, blah, 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 blah.
Training and off hours. It's really important that you never miss a practice. I'm like, all right. Take a deep breath.
But the funny thing too is that, like, well, for the WMO, which is the women's men's outrigger program, which is the sort of the core racing program of the club. It's like, yeah, you read the same thing on it. It's like, oh yeah, we have 3 OC6 workouts and 3 OC1 practices every week, kind of workouts, but that's just on paper. The reality is that the only people that are actually attending all of those practices are the top crew people, who are super competitive and are going to worlds and all this kind of stuff, right? Everybody else are sort of just, tempered by, oh, I got to stay late at work. I can't make it in from Burnaby or Richmond on the weeknights because their practices are at 6 o'clock. Stuff like that.
Like life, real life.
Yeah, exactly. So because that's why right now a bunch of race development people said, oh, I don't think I can actually go to WMO. It's too serious. It's like, no, I just talked to Sandra. She just joined. She just joined WMO. She's having a great time with it. Apart from the fact that she hasn't done OC1 yet, so she wasn't able to do a time trial, so she didn't get on the ladder, so she didn't actually get onto a crew for the gorge because of that. But then she joined the RD crew, and then we won a medal, so she's super happy about it. So,
And you might have had more fun.
No, she did have a lot of fun, yeah. So, and this is the first time that RD's gone to the gorge recently. Ever since I've been coaching it, so yeah, they had fun. And it was really good because we were able to get a light boat, ultralight boat, because of the way that the club allocates club resources. Because all the Team Canada crews going to Worlds in Samoa did not have priority because they're a combination of people from different clubs, not all from Falls Creek, right? So for the club boats, it goes to the club programs first, and then if there's any available, they rent them out to others. So that's why race development, who's just the learner program, was able to sneak in and scoop a nice boat for the gorge race. We weren't able to. We won't be able to do that next year. But in another, 2 years from now, we probably can too. So that's actually not too bad. So it's actually pretty good. So, yeah. Okay, do you want to paddle into the creek or do you want to just go in? What time is it?
It is 8:46.
Okay, well, let's go in. Okay. So was it warm enough for you? What's that? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Tuesday was. I'm glad we didn't do it on Tuesday. Okay, let it run. Looking for fish or
Well, there's something like rainbow colors down there.
what's that?
Something rainbow colored. And I'm trying to figure out.
Like a towel or something.
Trying to figure out if it's worth getting. Alright, do you want
in the boat. Okay, get out. So how was it for you getting back in? It was pretty smooth, actually.
Yeah,
You didn't grab the other gunnel, but I guess you found it easier.
it was
to do
easier.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
Whatever
felt
worked.
like I needed this. Well,
Yeah.
2 arms on one was better than one
Yeah.
arm on each, you know?
Okay, gotcha.
So that was good.
Good. Yeah, because you seemed to get in pretty quickly, so that was good.
Yeah, I was happy about that.
Yeah,
It was
good.
more of a production last time, that's for sure.
I can't remember the last time.
You
can, but it's on video, so you
It
can
is
watch
on
it.
video.
So
I
you
have
can watch
watched
it
it.
if you really want to.
Oh, I have.